Hi everyone, welcome again. My name is Larissa Lopes and you're watching the 12 Habits That Changed My Life. Jim Rohn used to say, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And that's something very strong to say, because if you think about your 5 closest friends and all of them are smokers, for example, chances are you're gonna become one of them. We are not always aware of how much people around us can influence us, and for the good and for the bad. And I've learned in this transformation that we have to watch your relationships and choose very carefully the people you spend most of your time with. And I'm not saying you have to stop being friends with anyone, but you have to realize that just being with them and just talking to them and agreeing with them during the conversation and things like that influence you to do the thing that maybe deeply you don't want to do. But know that you can't blame other people for your own choices and your own actions. No one is gonna put a cigarette in your mouth, no one is gonna force you to eat or drink anything. You are responsible for yourself. So what I stopped doing was to expose myself to this environment. I don't go to places where I know I'm gonna be tempted to eat a lot, for example, or where I know that people would talk about things that I don't agree and that I have no interest in talking anymore. I just don't expose myself to these things. So you have to protect yourself from this kind of exposure to make it easier for you to do the right choice. And sometimes when we do this, you're gonna end up spending less time with those people than before. But you shouldn't be sad about it, because it's something good. In order for you to grow up, in order for you to become the best you can be, you have to be open to everything that life will bring you, and life will probably bring you something better, something that will make you even happier. And you have to be willing to let go of what you have and what you've been holding on for a long time, to accept this new thing that life have reserved for you. And it's an Oprah advice to surround yourself only with people who are going to lift you higher. There's so many negative people that are they're like dementors. They suck your soul and all of your happiness, and you have to protect yourself from this kind of people. The same way you should protect your mind from the negative thoughts, you should protect yourself from negative people. And there are so many out there, people who maybe they're not negative, but they just don't have hope, they just don't believe in anything. And if you hang out with them, guess what, you're gonna be thinking like them. So please surround yourself with people who believe, people who are examples and who have successful stories and inspirational stories to motivate you and to keep you believing that your life can be better. And if you don't know any role model, anyone that has an inspirational story for you in your work, in your family, in your environment, you can search for them in the internet, through their books, through their videos, through their audio. Watching their videos and reading their books, it's a way to spend time with them, and you will instantly feel the power that it is to surround yourself with successful people. Since I started searching for information and searching how to become better, how to be a better person, I found out so many great masters. I've been putting their quotes in this whole program. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who make you better. And I know when we start discovering things that we didn't know before, and we start changing and seeing results in ourselves, it's normal to want to share this with others, and hope that others will realize that too and start changing with you. And I had to learn this the hard way, but it is a big mistake to try to change others and to expect other people to get on board just because you're having all these great results or all these great changes in your life. Wayne Dyer used to say, stop waiting for others to change. Recognize that every person has the right to be whatever they choose, even if you irritate yourself about it. And it's true. I know it sucks, you know. You have this 5 people rule. You wanted to hang out with someone, but you wanted them to change, and they don't want to change. And I know it's frustrating to want to help someone and just can't do anything, but Wayne Dyer is right, you know, every person has the right to be whatever they want to. And I'm saying this by experience, you know, I wanted so much to share this with everyone I love that I created a podcast just to do this. And I hope they are watching and they finally start listening to me, because they don't at home, at work, they just don't listen, you know. And we have to give up on changing others. It's Les Brown used to say that it's a full-time job to change yourself. So the only way you can help them is by growing yourself first and including all these habits in your life. And maybe if they see your results, they will start, you know, wanting to know what are you doing, and you will be able to influence them by your example. But don't waste your time trying to change anyone else, because it's their choice. You only have power over yourself, okay? Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next week. It's their choice. You can, but don't waste your time. Start helping you. But no one. Okay, but you can't.